right, and time for another update of news with Bill Shope.
Thanks, Mark, and good morning, everyone. Yesterday, the Sauter County Commissioners squared off with a 14-item agenda in front of them that included various roadway items through our county engineer's office, as well as an agreement for a sub-grant for a summer youth program with Sauter County Community Action and Job and Family Services. However, it was what was talked about at the end of the meeting that's garnering attention. Commissioner Scotty Powell spoke about the potential for economic development in our county.
You know, I've been going back and forth. How do we tackle it? I think we would be arrogant to think that we're not at a trust deficit currently within the community in terms of how we're viewed and how we're handling economic development. I've been looking at a lot of different counties and regions across the state and how they do it, talking to a lot of regional partners and state level partners. What I would propose and what I'd like to see us do is really have a summit to reimagine what economic development looks like in Sauter County.
Commissioner Powell gave more detail on his idea.
I think we need all the stakeholders in the room. You at least have people working in the same direction, but how do we pull in Shawnee State? How do we pull in the technical school? How do we pull in workforce development, community action, all of these entities that impact economic development and say, guys, we're going to get another shot at this. What should it look like?
Now, meanwhile, Brian Davis, fellow commissioner, responded.
I'm fully in support of gaining input from the community, and I'm glad we're having this conversation. At the end of the day, we have to lead. It's our job to lead. So we can gain the information, a lot of which we already know. I mean, we know a lot of the information, at least we should. And we need to lead. And now is not the time to, we got to move fast. I can't stress how much that is because there are companies that are looking to invest in our community right now.
Meanwhile, in major news in our region, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine's taking steps to help the more than 800 employees affected by the closure of the Pixel paper mill in Chillicothe. Jay Plyburn has those details.
The governor says he's directing the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services to set up rapid response sessions meant to help the employees access free services and apply for unemployment. The governor is also asking Jobs Ohio to evaluate the paper mill site and help Pixel with marketing it to potential buyers. The 215-year-old mill is expected to close in mid-June.
Meanwhile, on his way back to Chillicothe from Columbus, State Representative Mark Johnson of the 92nd District told me about a meeting with some heavy hitters today at 11:30 in the city.
We will have both United States senators coming to Chillicothe along with Congressman David Taylor and myself. Going to have a roundtable discussion with plant workers. Jobs Ohio was sending down a whole entire team. We're going to try to keep this plant up and running. We're going to talk to the corporation, ask for an extended amount of time.
As well, United States Congressman Dave Taylor spoke with me yesterday about his latest legislation called the Fighting Fentanyl Act.
My team and I are very proud to introduce the Bipartisan Fight Fentanyl Act in the House, along with Congressman Levin. Our borders allowed fentanyl to flow into our country, creating a crisis in communities across our nation, and law enforcement needs to be equipped with sufficient resources to address this crisis, to keep illegal drugs off our street, and have time to address our community's other needs. This bill will reform a high-intensity drug trafficking area program and provide additional funding and resources to law enforcement to fight fentanyl and prosecute criminals to the fullest extent of the law. Southern Ohio has been the highest overdose rate in the entire state, and my office and I are very serious about addressing this crisis, and this bill is a great place to start.
For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Shope.
Now, we were talking there yesterday while the Reds game was going on. Our buddy Casey Legamina stuck it to his former teammate there yesterday. Jake Fraley was trying to do it to his and certainly did offensively, but Legamina shut him down for that inning, and he got a win.
Well, you know, he was a guy I just hoped that the Reds didn't get rid of. I mean, and you know, you and I have talked to him and things, and he would seem like a stellar guy. And you know, he had some injuries, you know, especially last year, that kind of kept him out of any kind of normal consistency with the rotation. But yeah, he stuck it to him yesterday, and I mean, man, he can throw.
And so that was a big win for them, and that was that was a long game. That was like this pitch clock and all that really wasn't too much of a factor there yesterday. They were managing that game like it was an October game there yesterday with all the they actually used pinch hitters and everything yesterday.
It's like real baseball. Well, you know what, too? When you give up some grand slams and you make a lot of errors in the field, there's going to be a lot of games that are going to be long.
That's for sure. I appreciate it, Bill. Thanks a lot. This news is a service of Smith's Pharmacy.
In 1925, the first television image was transmitted, and a new car cost about $525. That same year, Smith's Pharmacy opened its doors to serve Portsmouth and the surrounding area. For over 100 years now and through 4 generations, Smith's Pharmacy has been helping the area get well with care and convenience. The first area pharmacy to offer computerized prescriptions and one of the first to provide free monthly med boxes. There's never a long wait. Drive-through convenience, free same-day delivery. Visit Smith's Pharmacies, Portsmouth, Medford, and South Webster.
Time for our next update of sports. We bring Chuck Greenslate in for that, and we were just talking about the Reds and the Mariners there yesterday, and they recorded a clip from the stands yesterday when Jamer Candelario came to the plate here. I'll play that for you here in just a second. This was recorded in the stands yesterday when Jamer Candelario was at bat.
Okay, all right.
Hey, so we better Kennedy, so we better.
Did you get the attendance yesterday? Was it decent for a day game?
18,000.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Now, the night before, in watching it on television, I thought it was very sparse. Now, of course, just because the tickets were sold doesn't mean the people actually attended the game, or does it mean they were sitting in their seats during the game? There's a lot to do around Great American Ballpark once you get in the gates, but I thought it was rather lean, so that's pretty good for a day game. Glad to hear that.
But and again, it was certainly an exciting game. I was telling Bill they had pitching changes and pinch hitters and everything yesterday.
It's almost as if both of those teams that pay their players millions of dollars to play the game of baseball were trying to win. Yeah. 3 lead changes. I mean, seesaw battle back and forth. I mean, it was good as far as the entertainment value is concerned, and you got a little extra baseball. But if you were a Reds fan at GABP yesterday, you walked away a little bit disappointed. Let's dive into it. The Reds fell at home to the Mariners 11-7 in 10 innings. Cincy's Jake Fraley had a monstrous day. He went 3 for 5 with the grand slam and a double. Austin Hayes hit a home run. TJ Friedel, Ellie De La Cruz, and Gavin Lux all had 2 hits apiece. But as good as Cincinnati's offense was, Seattle's was just a tad bit better. The Mariners out-hit the Reds 13-10. Cincy also committed 4 errors. The Reds used 8 different pitchers in the game. Graham Ashcraft took the loss. He gave up all 4 of Seattle's 10th inning runs. Seattle takes 2 out of 3 to win the series. The Reds now dip 1 game under 500 with 9 wins and 10 losses. The Redlegs are tied for 3rd in the NL Central standings, 2 games back. Cincinnati will now hit the road for a while. The Reds will be playing 9 games away from the friendly confines of Great American Ballpark over a 10-day stretch. That road swing will start tonight with a visit to Baltimore. You can hear this evening's contest between the Redlegs and the Baltimore Orioles on Fox Sportsmouth AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Coverage will get underway at 6:35, leading up to the 7:05 first pitch. Andrew Abbott will get the start this evening for Cincinnati, while the O's will counter with Cade Povich. The Cleveland Guardians fell to Baltimore 6-2 yesterday. The Guardians will visit the Pittsburgh Pirates this evening at 6:40. Yesterday in high school baseball, Jackson was a winner over Wheelersburg 4-1. Sims Valley shut out Menford 8-0. Liberty Union prevailed over South Webster 6-4. Oak Hill ousted Wellston 5-2. Green prevailed over East 19-0. Clay topped South Gallia 16-10. And Ironton was a 12-3 winner over the Gallia Academy. Yesterday in girls high school softball, Northwest knocked off Huntington Ross 16-3. Menford prevailed over Eastern Pike 6-0. Jackson defeated Zane Trace 3-0. Wellston was a winner over Oak Hill 13-0. Clay shut out South Gallia 13-0. Green defeated East 11-7. Valley was triumphant over Menford 11-3. Ironton's softball team defeated the Gallia Academy 12-6, and Greenup County shut out Raceland 12-0. Last night in the NHL, the Columbus Blue Jackets skated past the Islanders 6-1, and NBA play-in playoff games resume this evening. There will be a couple of contests at 7 o'clock. The Heat will visit the Hawks, and tonight at 9:30, The Dallas Mavericks will play at the Memphis Grizzlies. Don't forget to tune in to the Saturday Morning Sports Line tomorrow, beginning at 9 o'clock on Fox Sports with AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Mark and I will be talking high school sports and giving you a full rundown of this past week in high school baseball and softball. Plus, we'll be hearing from a few coaches. Your Portsmouth Insurance Sports Time is 7:10. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Give Gary Duzan a call for all of your employee benefit needs. And that is a look at sports.
Saw Gary yesterday, came in.
Yeah,
good to see him. Hadn't
always
talked to him
good.
for a while, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
looking good.
The dues, absolutely.
Yeah, had a good conversation there. Appreciate it, Chuck.
Yep.
And this sports update, we'll hear another one from you here at the bottom of the hour.
TNA Home Inspections, LLC. Don Talby is licensed in Ohio and Kentucky, offering termite inspections, manufactured home foundation certification, and mold testing. From the roof to the foundation, you want skilled spotting in all possible complications in your home. They offer flexible scheduling outside of normal business hours if needed. Find out why more people are using TNA Home Inspections, LLC. Give Don Talby a call for a free quote at 740-357-4526. That's Don Talby from TNA Home Inspections, 740-357-4526.
And update of traffic for you once again, brought to you by the Scioto River on Gallia Street in Portsmouth. Got great menu items, steak, chicken, pork, and of course those very, very, very delicious ribs. The I-64 eastbound rest area in Carter County at mile marker 174 will be closed 3 to 4 weeks for repair that began on a Wednesday of this week. It will be closed to all traffic, including truck parking. This will help to ensure the safety of the public while the contractor replaces framing, metal roofs, and soffit installation. Road closures at Fort Hill Road will be closed until further notice due to the roadway slip that is between Eagle Creek Drive and Maple Benner Road. This is the hill section of Fort Hill Road. Also, road closure Pond Run Road in Nile Township, closed day and night for approximately 90 days. They are replacing a bridge. That is a check of your traffic, brought to you by the Scioto River.
Weather's the service of the Counseling Center's Crisis Center, the region's resource for mental health, substance abuse, and family crises. 24/7 clinical services, medical care, shelter, food, and transport available. The crisis hotline is 740-354-1010. TCC's main line, 740-354-6685.
First alert forecast from WSAZ, a mix of clouds and sun, getting breezier in the afternoon, but it's a pleasant one, if not a little hot, with temperatures reaching the low 80s the second half of the day. Excellent evening tonight to staying mild with lows around 60. A mix of sun and clouds on Saturday, but it will be a first alert weather day for a storm risk, mainly to the north, though. Temperatures in the low 80s. I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.